Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is a Three of Pentacles. This is work, right? This is understanding the process of creation on the physical plane. So it seems to me like you're generating a lot of things right now. Now, this could be physically. Maybe you're working on a lot of projects. Maybe you have a lot of plates spinning in your life, right? You have many irons in the fire. That could be what's going on here. Ace of Swords. Okay, Queen of Cups and that Devil energy. The Lover's card. Six of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and another court card. Now we've got a Knight of Cups. I think a lot of good things are coming your way. I think this Knight of Cups is really bringing you in a lot of this kind of good water energy. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to set it over here. Put Jimbo, the Lizard King, a.k.a. Mr. Lizard, right there on top. And we're not going to look at that one until the very end. All right. But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. And if at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Okay? I think it'll be fun. All right, let's take a look here. We've got some very productive cards. I don't even know where to start, really. We've got major arcana here and here. And this might be this might be the challenge, right? When we see the goat, we see the lovers. We see this devil that kind of likes to do things on its own, right? And this is, kind of reminds me of the Scorpio energy generally. Does well in a team, but kind of likes to be independent, right? Self-motivated. You don't really need a lot of people telling you what to do. You know how to do it, and you're ready to do it. You know what time you got to wake up in the morning and all that stuff. So we have some very independent goat energy. And then we've got this lover's energy, which to me is kind of like a teamwork thing. It's kind of, it's the commitments, right? It's working together. And this could be a family thing, could be a business thing. I think this is life, right? These are life readings. It could be resonating more in terms of business or career. It could be a romance even, right? This could be the question of whether we should stay single, or whether we should get, in a relationship right now. Okay. Either way, however you are approaching this, a lot of good things are coming your way. We got that Six of Wands in your environment. This is real. This is a real confidence, right? This is pride. This is a lot of victory over adversity. Okay. And I think what it means really is the success of these projects, these things that you're working on. Well, what are you working on? The Three of Pentacles. You understand the process of creation on the physical plane. So you know how to build stuff. You know how to manifest. Right? You know how to draw into your life the things that you want. And I think that's exactly what you're doing, especially with that Knight of Cups there at the end, bringing you this gift of this cup here. Right? This is the universe bringing you this lovely water energy. Okay, now there's a few ways to look at this, because we could say that you have a lot of ambition right now. Your mind is single. You have this one Ace of Swords. There's one thing that you're looking to do. There's a lot of moving pieces. You're committed to this activity. You're not losing any of your gusto. You're not losing any of your enthusiasm. You're going to get to the top of this mountain. This is very focused. We could ignore all the other cards. Just cover them up. I can't get all of them, but this is what you're focused on. Single-minded attention on this work takes a lot of effort. A lot of plates are spinning, right? You're a very busy person. And then we see on the path of the serpent that maybe after you get this done, then you'll be ready for this love energy to come in. Maybe then we'll be ready for a relationship. It's almost like you have certain goals that you want to reach first. Then you can start thinking of getting involved, family, that sort of thing, right? The water energy stuff. Maybe it's just spending more time with friends or family, generally, right? Because we kind of see a split between the ambition over here, the kind of maybe career, maybe life, maybe it's a spiritual ambition, maybe this is school. It could be a lot of different things. But we see this intense focus right here. And then on the path of the serpent, when we get to the Four of Pentacles, it's like, okay, you've accomplished your goals here, but it's not enough. This is a good place. You want to build this foundation for your life first, before you take on all of this water, all of this emotion. You have to build the vessel first, right, before you accept this. We also have water energy over here in the form of the Queen of Cups. I think you know what you want in life. You know what your desires and your wishes and your deepest soul desires are. But you have also this kind of rational part of you that is prioritizing, that says you're filled with emotion, you're filled with passion, you're filled with this intensity and this desire, but you're going to prioritize, right? It's kind of like you're putting it all into one thing first. One thing at a time. Yeah. Because we have this split between the heart and the mind. And sometimes we need them to be separated. Very often we talk about fire and earth coming together and producing results. It is having this impulse and instantly it becomes a behavior, right? You have the idea, the inspiration, and it manifests. You have the idea and it's implemented. Yeah, just like that. It's not always supposed to be that way, right? There'd be a lot of chaos if everybody just ran around kind of behaving as they're kind of as they're driven to do by impulse and instinct and that sort of thing. So in your case, I think you are slowing down that process of creation with your heart and your mind. You're very much in touch with what you want. You're very much in touch with your rational thinking and your prioritizing, your beliefs, your values, right? And usually these are completely united underneath the surface. Nothing's getting in the way. But I think you are intentionally keeping a close eye on how you feel and how you think about stuff. And maybe this kind of water energy and the water energy up here and this Lover's card is saying, well, that is something you want in life. But maybe the mind is saying, no, I'm vetoing that feeling for now. Because that instant act of creation is only going to work when the heart and the mind are together, unified, on the same page. They're allies. Here it's kind of saying you want these things, you value this lover's energy, and the lover's energy doesn't have to be romance. Let's put that out there. You value that lover's energy, but you believe that it should wait until you finish some other things here first. Okay? This is a very balanced way to go. This is how you really get everything that you want in life. This is how you climb every kind of towering mountain. And it's one mountain at a time, right? We've got the Ace of Wands back, or the Ace of Swords, I should say. Might as well be an Ace of Wands. This is your singular attention. This is all of your energy going into one idea at a time. It's like you only have room for one commitment at a time. And this is how you get to the top of that mountain. You can't climb 2 mountains at once, right? You can't really excel. I guess there are people that do, or I don't know. Maybe they climb one right after the other. But there is a possibility of having 2 separate trains, right, running at the same time. You can have a double major in school. You can have a professional life and a personal life. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying that you specifically feels like you're not ready for this relationship energy until you accomplish something else over here. And maybe this is just like getting your life to a particular place, getting maybe some of your education out of the way first, making some progress with your career, and then you can think about it. And then we can kind of unify these two, and that's in the cards for you. Because it is something you want, but what we could see here, what we could say, is that this 6 of Wands is changing all of this. This is saying, maybe you don't have to do all of this first before you can get this kind of love energy, this water coming in. Maybe the relationship, maybe the personal life, right? Maybe whatever this lover's energy is. Maybe you can have both. Maybe these are not 2 separate trains, right? We see here the 3 and the 3 unified together into this beautiful, wonderful harmony. So it's kind of like we're taking the 3 here and we're adding another 3. We're adding 2 priorities, right? Maybe the heart is going to get what it wants, the mind's going to get what it wants, and there's going to be a way to unify these. A way to realize that this is all part of the same path. Yeah. Well, we're going to move to the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, right? It doesn't cost you anything. And send some comments to me. I love reading everyone's comments. It's my favorite part of doing all of this is hearing from all of you. I appreciate you. So the Lover's card. Now, the Lover's card could be a commitment to a person. It could be a romantic relationship, could literally be a marriage. It could be the prioritizing of family, the prioritizing of personal growth, personal enrichment. It's kind of the energy. In some ways, this is saying that you can only commit yourself to one thing at a time. Right? Or one person at a time, which, is not really the point. But the idea is that we're putting everything else on hold to do this, whatever this is. Yeah. And so the question really becomes, is that the right commitment for you? Right? We see that very next card, that 6 of Wands, showing that kind of the victory over this dilemma, right? Finding a way to blend these things together into one. We have the 1 Ace of Swords, right? The 1 sword back here. You need your path to be singular. Yeah. But how do we unite the heart and the mind? How do we get all of this together? And I think that's the question that we have to ask ourselves right now, because like I said at the very beginning, we've got this devil and this lover, the Lover's card. And it's kind of, maybe this is a false dichotomy, right? Maybe we don't have to choose. Maybe it's not, are you going to stay independent, or are you going to, you're going to couple up? Are you going to have a professional life or a personal life? Are you going to have an earthly life or a spiritual life? Why can't we do both? And I think the 6 of Wands is showing us that we can, because there's the three wands going one way, 3 going the other way, but they're complementary, right? Each side of things has something the other side is missing, and that's how you really can ascend. Yeah. when we get to that Four of Pentacles, this is where you realize that whatever thing you commit to, if we do have this split, you either commit to your personal life, you're going to find out that you're missing the professional side of things. This is just a for instance, okay? It doesn't have to be, professional versus personal life. It could be any kind of this split between, what you're focused on now, the priorities that you have now, the things that you're trying to accomplish now, and yet these other desires, you're very much aware of them because they're at the top of the path of the dove, right? They're right above you. And you can't help but feeling that energy and feeling those desires. So whatever this kind of split is, okay, if we're to stick to just one of these commitments, we could put either card here, okay? By the time we get to the Four of Pentacles, we're going to realize that we're missing the other side of it, right? Maybe the mind wins and we're like this. As soon as we get here, we get stuck. We think, well, I'm missing some stuff here. Maybe we're going to have these two, and we're going to go. But then we get stuck here with the Four of Pentacles again. What we need is all of that. All of that led by the mind, the air energy, all together as part of the same path. Then we'll realize that we're now adding an ace to this four, and there's movement. And what we're doing is bringing in all of this wonderful water energy, the cups energy, the Knight of Cups. Living this life that has so much more richness to it now, right? It seems a lot more full. It feels like now there is this exchange of energy that's flowing freely, because I almost wonder if we're just kind of overly ambitious, or it's kind of like that workaholic kind of vibe, very much focused on this, that there's other areas of our life that aren't really getting the attention, right? There are other deep soul desires, like this Queen of Cups, that isn't getting the attention, that aren't getting fulfilled. Yeah. But now we see that movement. Now we've got this exchange of water energy with the environment. It's coming in now. I think this is a lot of good things coming your way. A lot of what your heart really desires, if it is love, if it is community, affection, maybe it's a romantic relationship, right? Maybe it's a sense of family. Maybe it's personal, internal, spiritual enrichment versus the kind of outward, external, professional, progress. You can have all of it. We can live holistic lives, right? You ever see that movie or the TV show Severance? I think it was an Apple TV show. Wonderful show. Very eerie and surreal, but I really enjoyed it. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's like we've kind of got this, we've kind of split ourselves in two. We've got our home life and our work life, so to speak. It doesn't have to be exactly that, okay? But it's almost as if we've compartmentalized our life, and now we need to have, this is kind of right here, the corpus callosum, right? The two sides of our lives, the two halves of our brain now can communicate. So we're able to get this full experience of life, this much, much richer experience. You know what, I want to do an I Ching reading too. I'm going to try to put these cards back where I found them, and we'll see about an I Ching reading that maybe will help us understand this or see the path forward. Okay. So we'll cast one hexagram here. I haven't been using these cards very much lately. We'll just see when it feels right here. There we go. 27, nourishment. Right, nourishment. What could be more nourishing than whatever is in that bowl, right? Whatever's in that Ace of Cups that is being brought into our life, right? So nourishment says, constancy brings good fortune. See the jaws. Your own quest for something real to fill your mouth. Look at it. Looking at it sideways, it looks like a mouth, with teeth. It's 27. It says, this hexagram is called Jaws and refers to all that gives you nourishment, physical, social, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. It is all creating and recreating an individual ecosystem to sustain and shape you. Assess how you habitually nourish yourself and others. Honor it all. What would nourish you? What needs to be in this cup for you to live a nourishing life, right? How is your hunger motivating you? If you accept this as nourishment, who will you become? Very interesting questions. How is your hunger motivating you? Well, maybe what we're doing is we have all of this ambition, and again, maybe for some of you this is a career focus primarily. Maybe we feel hungry, and that's why we're so focused on this. Maybe we don't realize that that hunger is coming from somewhere else, that that hunger is really a spiritual hunger, a hunger for a more full and complete and rich life. You know, creating an individual ecosystem, which is here with the Six of Wands. Everything's interconnected, right? Your work life helps to nourish your personal life. Your personal life helps to nourish your professional life, if that's the dichotomy that we're dealing with, right? And it could be anything. But I feel as if this is really it. We're looking for something more. We're looking to be nourished by something, and maybe this is a conscious thing where we feel that, yeah, we need something else, but right now the rational mind is saying, I'm vetoing that desire, and we're focused on these goals here. Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we need to integrate. Maybe we need to unite the heart and mind and, link the two or more sides of ourselves and really commit to the holistic life. This is really a card about committing to your highest, truest self. Your true self encompasses everything. It's not just your spiritual side, it's everything, right? It's the hunger in your soul and the hunger in your belly. You might hear my belly grumbling right now. It's almost breakfast time. All this talk about nourishment now, I need some. But it's a spiritual nourishment, right? As well as the physical. It has to encompass everything. Yeah. Let's take a look at the mystery card, though. Let's see if we're getting what we need here. See if we're getting our nourishment. I'm thinking water energy, because the water's kind of at the top. It's kind of like what we know we need and what we really want, right? And the water really represents all these good things, this kind of spiritual and physical nourishment, right? Everything that you need to sustain your life. So I'm thinking water. If you have an idea, put your prediction down in the comments. I wonder maybe a Six of Cups. Let's take a look. I'm going to say Six of Cups. Oh, even better, a 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, getting everything that you need, right? This is literally all the good things coming your way. All the nourishment that you need. This is the land of milk and honey. This is having your cake and eating it too. This is the ideal happy life where, can I just have my goals and ambitions? Can I have my social life, my love life, my spiritual life? Can I have fulfillment in all of these areas? You can. You can and you will. Yeah. I like this. This is full. The key word for the 10 of Cups is satiety. The feeling of fullness. The feeling that you're being nourished as much as you need. You're being nourished to fullness, right? And it's a spiritual as well as a physical fullness. Yeah. Bridging heaven and earth here. I like it. I like it very much. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, click up here in the corner. That will give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Scorpio, but for all signs, right? I'm here every day from 6 to 8 a.m. Chicago time. Come back and see me again tomorrow, right? If you're looking for the Scorpio readings only, those are on Wednesdays and Sundays, okay? But just subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, okay? It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything, and you can be reminded when the new readings come out, I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.